A lot of zeros here in Missouri. Scoreless as we head now to the top of the 9th inning in this Game 3 of the Super Regional. Winner plays Thursday against Oklahoma in the Women's College World Series. Very similar lines, and we've had two pitchers go the distance and do it well.
And they both have been so efficient in the circle. Not only are hitters swinging early in counts, but the defense has been showing up with those 11 combined 1, 2, 3 innings.
Top of the order now for Duke. Jennings, Davidson, Vega. Davidson 2 hits, Vega 1 hit, that's it. And Jennings in her last 2 at-bats went after the first pitch. Both of them were comebackers to Krings.
And now that we're later in the game, will she use the slap to get on? The defense on the left side is pinching her in, expecting her to use a little more short game instead of swinging away. But in that one, she stood in and was ready to swing. The outfield is respecting her swing away. The infield is challenging her for this slap. So both of her tools are trying to be defended in the moment.
Foul ball for Jennings, hitting over 400 on the season. Coming into today, coming back from a broken arm. Now it's just at 399. Broke her arm on an Elena Vaughter pitch in the Super Regionals last year when Stanford came into Duke and upset them in 2 games.
Well, the reason the slap is more successful at this point in the game is because the line, or the chalk line on the inside part of the batter's box closest to the plate, has been pretty demolished, and with that, it's hard to make a definitive call on out of the box for the slappers.
100 pitch for Krings, sent into the air and not playable. Jennings hit her first career home run in the regional last weekend against South Carolina, and she was the most surprised person in the building.
The first home run she's maybe ever hit in her life. She said maybe she's left the ball or the ballpark 2 or 3 times outside of that.
And that one is hit high, deep, and gone. Deanna Jennings, with just her 2nd career home run, puts Duke on top.
But with the excitement, missed home plate as she came around to greet her teammates. Taylor White, the third base coach, realized that she missed it, sent her back to touch it to make sure it was recorded. Holy cow, you are kidding me! The excitement! Only her 2nd career home run and a slapper by trade coming into this season.
Unbelievable. Larissa Anderson getting the umpires together. Krings had retired 16 straight Blue Devils, had not allowed a base runner since Claire Davidson's 3rd inning single.
Conversation is around Deanna Jennings not touching home plate before touching her teammates. So much emotion, she completely missed it. Was ready to celebrate with her team. Taylor White, the third base coach, recognized that she did not touch home plate. Called her back to touch it.
Might have gotten just a toe on it.
They're going to take it to review. This is an important review for sure.
The ruling on the field is that the batter runner did touch the plate. That has been challenged by Missouri and is now under review.
crazy moment. Not only is there emotion involved in the hit, but you have to make sure you finish the play before you celebrate. So many times we've seen this call go the wrong way when a player's so excited ends up missing the plate. Crazy moment. Look at the celebration. Marissa Young giving Deanna Jennings a big hug.
It was Jayla Wright and Cassidy Curd, and it looked to me like she got a toe on the plate. It was ruled on the field that way, but here's a huge call.
After further review, the batter runner did touch the plate on the first pass. The call is upheld. This is Missouri's second challenge.
I actually would have challenged the exact same thing because it looked in the moment that she did not touch it. It was going to take going down to slow-mo and being able to isolate the foot to see it.
And absolutely you challenge it. It's
the game winner.
It's the only run we've seen all day.
Get to see as Taylor Pinnell takes over for Lauren Krings in the circle.
With Claire Davidson up. Davidson with 2 singles against Krings. Gets great contact on that. The layout and the fantastic catch by Langer. Outright thievery.
And the point from Pinnell saying, hey, thank you for having my back. As soon as a pitcher enters a game, you know they want to fill the zone with strikes. So I like that first pitch swing by Claire Davidson. She was on time, just couldn't get it beyond the glove of Langer.
Now Nina Vega now takes a hack. So Lauren Krings gave up 4 hits on the day, 2 of them singles to Davidson. But that big home run, 100 pitches, 73 strikes. Vega, easier time this ball for Langer.
Both of the outs in this inning in the air. All 3 balls put into play in the air this inning. Looks like Duke has changed the swing plane as the game has gone on.
Francesca Freilich, 0 for 3 today. So the top of the order came up here in the 9th inning for Duke. Jennings, the leadoff hitter with a home run, and the top of the order for Missouri will be up in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, it's the first 3 batters of the Duke lineup that have done all the damage here today. All 4 hits put up by 1, 2, and 3. But with Mizzou, when they come up, 1, 2, 3 are up for them.
Freilich hit by the pitch.
When you know that you want to take the ball deep, but you just want to keep the at-bat alive. That just her 7th time getting hit by the pitch. But the yell to the dugout shows you that they want to keep this one going with Burgess in the box.
Hit her on that protective shield that was on her arm.
Nice little changeup. You got to disrupt the timing of these hitters.
First free pass given up by Missouri pitchers this evening. As Krings did not walk a batter in her 8 innings of work. Hit on the nose. Freilich going to be waved around by Taylor White. Here comes the throw, and Duke gets an insurance run.
Amaya Burgess has already hit a triple in the postseason. That her 3rd of the year, and it comes at such an important time. Obviously, the changes in the lineup by Marissa Young are paying off because she's got people in the right spot. That one finds its way just inside the line. And with the wheels of Burgess, she plates another one and puts herself 60 feet away.
Anna Gold, a senior. Most home runs in the history of Duke softball. Comes up with Burgess at third, and now Anderson comes out, circles him up. Well, Pinnell has been brilliant this year as a closer. Picked up her 15th save yesterday, tying an NCAA Division I record, and Jennings is still fired up down there in the dugout.
She just needs to be careful she doesn't throw her arm out celebrating. If Duke wins this one, they've got a big game next.
Gold has not gotten a hit in this super regional, has gotten some good contact, but has not been rewarded for it.
Had just 2 hits in regionals, was 2 for 10, but was 0 for 6 coming in today and is 0 for 3 again.
Oh, good job by Burgess to jump out of the way of that screamer down the line.
Well, your job at third base is to advance down towards home in foul territory, because if you try to advance in fair territory and that ball hits you, the inning is over. So your job at third, advance in foul territory, but a little twinkle toes made sure she didn't hurt Daly, who had dove for the ball.
And you don't want to get hit because that hurt like heck. That thing was just pounded.
Oh, I've been tattooed by a line drive over there at third base. It turned lots of pretty colors.
Gold into right field. And it's over the head of Langer. Duke finally getting their bats going here in the 9th. Gold's first hit of the Super Regional brings in another run.
And just her 4th double of the year. This ball just beyond the glove of Langer. She had to go a long way. That ball was hit hard, all the way to the wall, and with the ricochet gave Gold enough time for an easy stand-up double.
So in this inning, Duke has double, tripled, and homered. Gold has been with this team since year 4 of this program. And Pinnell gives way to McCann. Retired the first couple of batters, but then a hit by pitch, the RBI triple by Burgess, and the run-scoring double by Gold chases her. McCann comes in, will step away for 60 seconds, then be back with more in the 9th inning. It's their freshman, Marissa McCann.
And she's thrown in each of the games in Super Regionals, had a pretty good outing in Game 1 where she threw 2 1/3, had 1 strikeout, but yesterday in just a third of an inning struggled and had to be relieved quickly.
This is Kelly Torres, another senior on this team for Duke. Duke with 3 of their 6 hits today in this inning.
Early in the season, McCann went to her head coach, Larissa Anderson, and said, hey, I need you to be really energetic in the dugout to help me get to 100% on each pitch.
Popped up, long run, drops in, Duke scores again.
And Pam, you asked earlier if that ball behind first base is a tough out. Well, it's only a tough out when it falls right in between two defenders. And as Hay had to turn over and try to catch over the shoulder, Maddie Gallagher runs into her as well and makes the ball kick away. That's a tough catch. Almost got it in. Another run in for Duke.
Gold scoring all the way from second. Torres with the RBI double. And now Tapia skies it to Hay to end the inning. But Duke, 4 hits in that inning, all for extra bases. But the big blow, Jennings to start things off.
You expect to see it from the big boppers, but Jennings tiptoes around the bases. Huge home run. Is Mizzou going to be able to respond to the 4-run inning?
Welcome back in the regional. Some magic last week as Missouri dropped its opening game and had to win 4 straight. They did. Madison Walker with the walk-off hit that got Missouri to this super regional where they have hosted before record crowds. But they are now down 4-0 to Duke as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Duke with 4 runs in the 9th on 4 hits, all of them for extra bases. 2 doubles, a triple, and the Jennings home run. And Missouri has not been able to solve Cassidy Curd, not just today, but in the entire Super Regionals. 17 innings pitched for Curd. She has not given up a run. Top of the order, and Jenna Laird.
Laird sets the tone at the top and has not been successful today. This would be quite the time to be able to set the tone with their backs against the wall.
One of those players that head coach Larissa Anderson literally had her eye on since she was a kid when Anderson was working at Hofstra back in New York State. And Laird following her to Mizzou. Base hit. Good start to the 9th for the Tigers.
Well, and the conversation has to be, look, one jack does not do it here. We have to pass the bat. So Mizzou, as they step in with the top of the lineup up to start this inning, they've got a 4-run deficit. And staying on top, driving through the heart of the ball, Laird starts it off with a single.
Alex Honnold. Back to Curd. She doesn't handle it cleanly, and everybody's safe.
And this is where home field advantage starts to take shape. With everyone on their feet, this place is going to get loud. And the emotions for Duke are going to ramp up their heart rate. A comebacker to the circle is always a scary moment, but you have to be able to keep your emotions in check and put a fork in it to be able to make a play. Now, Kelly Torres, that's senior leader on the field for Duke, brings everyone together to be able to calm the heart rate and allow the emotions to stay down as Jayla Wright is now up and throwing in the pen.
And look who's coming in. Lily Walker. First time we've seen her this weekend. She has a very good changeup. Cassidy Curd exits.
She's been used to change the momentum of a game, and with the way that Mizzou was able to attack Curd, Curd does not have a change of speed that is super effective. Lily Walker, well, she lives with the changeup. And when you look at the way she throws, she fills the bottom of the zone, which is hard to elevate on, and she is not afraid to go back to back with those changeups. Both of those pitches tunnel very well. I don't expect to see a ton of curveball. I'm looking for drop and changeup to get Duke out of this.
Maddie Gallagher facing Walker. And it's the first time they have seen Walker this weekend. Curd and Wright have thrown every other pitch. Gallagher, the South Carolina transfer, another New York State kid that has known Larissa Anderson since she was 9 years old.
There's also a velocity change, not just the changeup, but Walker does not throw with the same kind of velocity that Curd does. Curd was throwing upper 60s. Walker throwing between 59 and 60 miles an hour out of the circle.
Here's a look at it.
So hard to attack that kind of speed change when you've been seeing plus almost 70 miles an hour the whole game. Mix in that drop ball in the 60s with a changeup coming in at 45. This is a tough change and a tough call for Mizzou.
Down 1-2. Torres keeps it in front of her.
And in this situation, Torres has been so good at blocking balls all year, keeps it in front, but this is a Duke squad that's never been in this situation before, looking to get to OKC for the first time.
2-2 bounced foul off of the foot of Gallagher.
And Pam, the conversation needs to be had with this group that, hey, we have a 4-run lead. There is no need to panic. You just need outs. But sometimes when you haven't been in a situation before, the emotion of the moment can get away from you, and it can make you tight and not play loose and free, which is where Duke needs to live to be successful.
Gallagher to Tapia, who wisely takes the shore out. Laird now at third, Honold at second. First time that Mizzou has had a runner on third base today.
And typically in a situation like this, you would see your defense moved in to pinch, but there is no need to pinch the batter in this situation. Those 2 runs, even the batter at the plate, mean absolutely nothing. All 3 of these players can score, and you still win the ball game. So your defense should play back. You should let the run score, just get the out at first and not let the moment get too big.
Good look at Lily Walker, who is an Oklahoma native, trying to get back to her home state to pitch in the World Series. She is a senior. Abby Hay, 0 for 3 against Curd today. Straight balls. Julia Crenshaw on deck. Tigers have been the comeback kids here in the postseason.
Well, if I'm Hay in the box right now, I am looking to just hit a line drive. I'm trying to take the mitt off of somebody, not trying to elevate. You got to continue to pass the bat.
Inside.
What a mature approach at the plate by the young freshman in a tight spot.
Her mom looking on. Dad snapping photos out in left field. 3-1. Sent deep into right field, and Hay has done it! The hometown kid hits a home run. And just like that, Missouri's right back in it.
When you leave a ball big to a hitter who has shown patience at the plate and has not been successful in the day, you better be careful because the stick that just connected has a ton of pop. Mizzou capitalizing, huge 3-run bomb by Hay.
One away, nobody on down for Crenshaw. And Cassidy Curd lifted after she had thrown 100 pitches. A couple of singles, one of them a comebacker that she couldn't handle, was lifted for Walker.
Beautiful spot on that changeup, down right at the knees, nips the bottom of the zone. Good response by Walker. And that's where Walker needs to live. If she's going to be able to get that strike, that's the way to get out of this inning. That ball is low.
To strike. Walker had 1 and 2 on a goal. 2 outs.
Great defense. Looks like Duke has settled down.
Up to Kara Daly now. Junior from Jefferson City, Missouri. She has not gotten a hit yet in the Super Regional. And what about this move? Curd is coming back in to try to get the final out of the game.
Well, she has owned Kara Daly today. Daly popped out to second in her first at-bat. Grounded out to third in her second plate appearance and then struck out on the rise, which is Curd's bread and butter. I mean, the way that Cassidy Curd has been able to throw today, I love the fact that she's going to be able to see this one to completion. That rise ball was just working in the first inning. But then Missouri was able to figure her out until later in the game. But then the rise ball came back into play. 7 strikeouts before being lifted to Lily Walker. She comes back in to try to get the win.
Duke 1 out away from its first Women's College World Series, and this its 7th year of softball. Missouri playing in its 50th. Trying to get back to the series for the first time since 2011. Pitch 101 for Curd. Alyssa Young, her head coach.
Ooh, that's always one I wanted to take the bat off my shoulder and swing at because it looked meaty coming in, but great plate discipline to keep the bat on her shoulder. That rise ball is what she went down with last time up.
Two-1 to Daly. Up the middle, gets the base hit. She's the tying run.
Great approach by Daly. I was expecting to see Cassidy Curd come back with that rise ball up in the zone, but it sat flat. Pam, we've talked about it all weekend. Cassidy Curd does leave the ball big, and when you do, you have to be ready. There, Daly attacked and was successful.
Danielle Blackston comes in to run for Daly. Get some speed on the base pass, see if she can come in and tie the game. This game was scoreless until the 9th inning. We've had 7 combined runs here in the 9th. Madison Walker, a couple of huge hits in the regional last week.
And what did she do last week, Pam? Huge walk-off hit to be able to advance here. Ground ball right back up the middle. It plated the run, and it gave Mizzou the chance to be here in Supers.
One pitch with Blackston, the pinch runner, over at first. Sent into center field. Deanna Jennings grabs it, and the Devils have done it. Duke goes to the World Series for the first time in its 7th year of existence.
What a moment for the Blue Devils. Congratulations, ladies. First time ever going to OKC. Get ready for the bright lights. Mizzou, congratulations on an amazing season. They have shown such grit and determination. It's going to be hard to watch the seniors for Mizzou depart. They have been such an important part of this program for so many years. But today just didn't have enough.